So as is typical, I made my video about Poison, and then I was looking for something on Amazon and I got this as a little suggestion, and I was like, well, come on, Wild Cobra. This is definitely going to be a original Poison dupe. And the thing that I noticed about this one is that it reminded me a little bit of the Poison dupe that I had when I was literally a kid in the 90s. And I was like, I wonder if this is actually the same perfume, because my memories of that one is that it was very fruity, wasn't quite as smoky, and obviously wasn't as strong, right? So I thought, I'm going to have to get this from Amazon. It was about £8. And I'm here to tell you that I think this is either the literal, but in a different bottle, the literal perfume that I used to get when I was a kid, or it's very, very close to. So this is Wild Cobra. This is by Saffron, who is, I think they make a few dupes. I'm definitely going to be trying their perfume that's called Jungle Cobra, because I think there's a possibility that that is a dupe of Tender Poison, because it's in a green bottle. So this is the bottle. It doesn't look particularly fancy or expensive, because it's not. But this, I'm here to tell you, is the most wearable, lightest and fruitiest version of any Poisons I've come across. So this one, in a way, is the closest to the vintage EDT that I have, that has the kind of, some of the smoky and kind of deeper, harder to deal with top notes burnt off, you know. That one is a bit more fruity. It's kind of, it doesn't feel massively thick, but it feels more honeyed. It's a bit sweeter, more fruity, there's more plum. This one, it gives me that same vibe, but you kind of get it pretty early on. I'm so happy to have this, I can't tell you, because I love the fact that I have a Poison that's like an absolute beast mode. You can wear it like, you know, for evenings in cold weather and all the rest of it. This is a light perfume. So Wild Cobra is a light perfume. It says eau de parfum, but it has a little bit of throw, but not much. You'd want to spray quite a lot. And you can't spray lots of Poison without choking yourself and everyone else around you. So this one is very fruity. I'd almost say it smells like there's a bit of pear in here. It's juicy, but it has the general feel and aroma of Poison. It's almost like if you had like a Poison summer, if you see what I mean, like a summer edition. So, but it still smells kind of purple. So without moving to that Tender Poison summer version, which, as I said before, like I hopefully I will be able to get the Saffron one that I think is probably a Tender Poison dupe. But a really good alternative to that one is Cavitine de Grez, and I prefer the EDP to the EDT because I don't think it's quite as strong, it's not quite as sharp, and kind of it's not quite as spiky, it's a bit smoother. But this one, it still smells purple while smelling like a kind of summer edition, a light edition of Poison. But this is literally one that I could just wear to work. This is one I could just wear anywhere. And that's what I wanted, because the thing that made me really sad about the Narciso Rodriguez Musk Noir for her is that I just can't wear the musk in that, but the slight smokiness and the plum in that and the tuberose smells so similar to like the baseline Poison scent, you know? And this is giving me baseline Poison, but maybe chucking a bit of pear, do you know what I mean? Less woodiness, less resinous, it's sweet. I'm really happy that I got this one. It turns out I think this is my favourite out of all of them. So this is my suggestion if you want a very light, fruity, wearable version of Poison and you don't want to spend, you know, lots of money and you don't want to test out the dupe houses. If you want Poison light, then this might be the one for you. Now, as I said, you know, in that other video, check that one out if you want something that's a bit stronger. I do still think if you want the beast mode Poison, it's best to just get the Poison that they sell now. But this, it's definitely giving me slight vibes of the dry down of the EDT, of the old EDT that I have. The one in the splash bottle. yeah, it's a very, I mean, not to be rude, but a bit of a basic bitch version of Poison. But that's what I wanted. I wanted a basic bitch version of Poison where I had that same profile, but in a much, much more wearable vibe. This one, when I first sprayed it, you get a bit more of the smokiness, a tiny bit of soapiness, but this is not soapy the way that those other ones, some of the other ones that I tried were. The other Cobras, in fact. The Cobra from allllll and the Cobra from Jean Arthez, they were far, far too aldehydic and soapy for me. This one's more fruity. Yeah. So I can't find the notes to this anywhere, and as you can see, it's like it's not a particularly quality product. But I do think this really reminds me of what I used to wear when I was a kid. So it's possibly one that's been around since, you know, I was little. And I used to buy it in the market. And I do think that maybe this is the box it came in. Because my memory is that it had a green box. But looking at this, I kind of remember the scales. So I am really chuffed. I'm really chuffed. You can see here it doesn't actually have notes. I couldn't find notes anywhere online. But I will update you if I get Jungle Cobra. Because I've seen quite a few dupes that are of Hypnotic Poison, but I don't really like Hypnotic Poison. So that's not one that... I have actually got a couple of dupes of that for another video. But yeah, I was really chuffed to find this. I think I recommend this one, even though it doesn't smell fancy, it's not thick, it's super light. I could easily wear this on my neck, I could easily wear it to work, I could wear this pretty much any time, I think, and feel like I'm wearing Poison, you know, in terms of just the actual basic scent profile of Poison, which is a beautiful honey, plum and tuberose perfume to me. Like, those are the parts of it that I absolutely love. So yeah, I'm just super excited about this. This is like an absolute cheapy steal. And I think, yeah, this is the one that I'm going to keep. So I'm getting rid of all the other dupes I have of Poison, and this is the one that I'm going to keep, and I will probably wear this. And now I'm going to have to question whether I'm just going to keep this with my vintage EDT and maybe get rid of my other EDT, because that's the one that's an absolute beast and it's kind of difficult to wear. I can't wear it very often because it's so strong. So yeah, I'm thinking about things with this one. I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'll take a little decant from my 100ml of my current formulation of Poison and then pass that on to someone who actually is going to wear it a bit more often. And I'll just keep this one for like everyday wear, and I'll keep my splash bottle for special occasions. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It doesn't have the cigarette smoke vibe that you get with the modern Poison, and it only has like a touch of the incensey smoke. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one that I was looking for. This is the one that's like a super easy breezy kind of basic version of that Poison profile. So yeah, you can get this on eBay, you can get it all over the internet. I'd say Google it, but Amazon is where I got mine. And with Prime, it cost me, I think, $7.99 or something, including postage. So it's incredibly cheap, an absolute bargain. Sorry, it's probably got my moisturiser all over it because I just moisturised my hands. But yeah, I mean, if you want to try out the general profile of Poison, you don't want to spend loads of money, this is definitely, out of all the ones I've talked about, this is the one that I would go for personally. All right, guys, bye.